You think the 2008 stock market crash was bad? No. There is a type of contract that millions of people sign every year that has more devastating financial consequences than a decade-long recession. If you did this in business, you'd be fired and considered the craziest person in Silicon Valley. But in real life, we call it marriage. Imagine giving a stranger full access to your bank account, ownership of 50% of what you've earned in the last 10 years, and 50% of everything you'll earn in the future. If Taylor you lose half your assets and have to pay them salaries for many more years. You sign it without checking your credit score, without checking their financial background, just because you feel good about it. Today, I'm going to expose the truth about marriage through the lens of a forensic accountant. Are you building an empire or signing your own financial death warrant? The slow death. When your partner is a parasitic taxi in finance, there's a term called asset, but in marriage, I call it the spender tax. People often romanticize the idea that opposites attract. Wrong. In your wallet, opposites don't attract. They attack each other. If you're a saver, finding security in compound interest, but marry a spender, someone who finds dopamine in consumption, you're not in love. You're entering a war of attrition that you're sure to lose. Let's look at the numbers. Let's say you're disciplined, and each year you set aside $20,000 to invest. With an 8% interest rate, after 30 years, you'll have to point $2 million United States dollars. You're a millionaire. But if your partner spends even a little, a car loan, luxury, handbags, or unnecessary fancy dinners, it can reduce your family savings to $5,000 a year. After 30 years, you'll only have a meager $500,000 USD left. That $1.7 million USD lost is the price of choosing the wrong partner. You don't lose money because of a market crash or inflation. You lose it because your partner is a debt secretly draining the power of compound interest right in your own home. The sudden death. The financial disaster of divorce. If the spending tax is a bleeding cut, then divorce is a fatal blow to your financial artery. Let's face the truth. The current divorce rate is around 50%. That means, statistically, marriage is a coin toss. If I told you there was a stock where you had a 50% chance of winning and a 50% chance of losing half your principal immediately, would you dare to put your entire fortune on it? Never. But that's exactly what we're doing. When a divorce happens, it's not simply a matter of dividing assets. It has a terrible destruction of value, exorbitant transaction fees. The only people who get rich after a divorce are the lawyers. An average divorce can cost between $50,000 and $100,000 USD in legal fees per party. Disrupted economies of scale. Previously, two incomes supported one home, one for electricity, one for internet. Now, that same amount of money supports two homes. The cost of living doubles instantly. Forced asset liquidation. You may be forced to sell your home or liquidate investments at the worst possible time in the market just to split the cash. The end result. A divorce can wipe out 60% to 70% of your purchasing power. You're back to square one at age 45. When there's not much time left for compound interest to work, you not only lose money, you lose time, the most valuable asset that money can never buy back. Financial infidelity and due diligence. It's a type of infidelity even more dangerous than emotional betrayal. Financial infidelity. Over 40% of couples admit to having hidden debt or secret spending. Remember, in marriage, you don't just share a bed, you share your partner's credit score. If they secretly borrow money, if their credit score skyrockets due to excessive shopping, you're the one signing that bill whether you know it or not. You're swimming with a secret partner who has $50,000 USD weights tied to their feet. So how do you de-risk this biggest deal of your life? You need an extreme due diligence process. The money date. Do not just ask about hobbies or zodiac signs. Ask to see their credit score, student debt, and credit card balances. If they consider this an insult, that's a huge red flag. A trustworthy partner won't be afraid of transparency. Prenuptial agreement, insurance for love. Don't listen to the cliché that prenuptial agreements are about distrust. You buy fire insurance, not because you're going to burn down the house. A prenuptial agreement is about loving your future self. It allows you and your partner to clearly define your rights while you re both sober and most in love. Asset stratification system. Apply the principle. And US. Automate the process of transferring investment funds from your salary to a separate account before it reaches the spender's pocket. Never enter a multi-million-dollar merger without a lawyer and a financial plan in hand. Listen, you might hate me for saying this, but the truth is, loving the wrong person is a kind of crime against your own future. If you marry someone financially illiterate, you're not a saint saving them, you're just a fool willingly signing a 40-year bankruptcy contract. But if you can cast aside blind romance and choose a partner the way Warren Buffett chooses stocks, you'll possess the most powerful financial leverage in human history, the power of merging to $100,000 USD income streams, but living on the expenses of one person. You have $120,000 USD left over each year to reinvest. That's a rate of wealth accumulation that no stock portfolio can match. Risk hedging. When one person is unemployed, the other is a lifeline. When one person wants to spend impulsively, the other is the rationale brake. Treat your life partner to a blue chip stock. Don't choose flashy but empty penny stocks or volatile meme stocks. Choose someone with a history of sustainable growth, a transparent balance sheet, and a long-term vision that matches yours. In conclusion, a broken heart can heal with time, but a retirement account split in half at age 50 will cause you pain until your grave. Don't let fleeting romance destroy your lifelong legacy. Do your due diligence, sign smart contracts, and build an empire together instead of a mountain of debt. If you dare, tag your life's co-founder here to open the books tonight, or at least send this video to them as a test of their thinking skills. The art of wealth creation isn't about how much money you make, but how much you keep and who you sleep in the same bed with. Don't let blind romance turn you into a slave to your own marriage. Marriage can be the deal of the century that propels you to financial heights, but it can also be the most painful forced bankruptcy you'll ever sign. The choice lies in your assessment today. And here's a question for you. If tonight your lover or spouse asks to see your entire bank statement and credit score, would you feel it's a respect for your future or a personal insult? Leave your opinion in the comments. I really want to know how many people dare to be transparent for the sake of shared prosperity. If you found this cold perspective on finance helpful, please subscribe to the Bob Scripley channel. Together, we'll dissect the invisible risks threatening your wallet every day. Don't forget to share this video with your partners. If they react strongly, you might have the answer to your risk problem. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.